A magnificent panorama of jagged mountains and undulating hills is dotted with rugged stone churches and glittering monasteries. The Carpathian Mountains cut a broad arc across the country's center, leaving a swath of exposed granite peaks bordered by pine and deciduous tree forests and areas of vivid green grassland below. The severe topography has restricted human settlement, and the forests are teeming with deer, elk, and bear.
The Danube, Europe's second longest river, runs along Romania's southern border with Bulgaria before abruptly turning north and spilling into the Black Sea.
The delta is home to 300 bird species and 160 fish species. The vast wetlands have the world's greatest span of reed beds. Transylvania, the birthplace of Dracula, is littered with jaw-dropping castles perched perilously on steep hilltops. Of course, there's frightening Bran Castle, with its fictitious link to Bram Stoker's fictional Count, but don't ignore Hunedora's 14th-century Corvin Castle or King Carol I's lavish 19th-century tower, Palace Castle. Cobbled paths sustain stylish street-side cafes in ancient cities like Brașov, Sighisoara, and Sibiu, while a cacophony of noises emerging from student pubs and clubs reverberate off the Gothic and Baroque facades in bustling Cluj-Napoca. Saxon communities in Transylvania have fortified churches dating back half a millennium.
Many areas of modern-day Romania were historically home to a highly productive peasant society. Because of the terrain's inaccessibility, hundreds of isolated communities sprang up, each with its own bakery, pottery studio, tannery, and weaving guild, where centuries-old skills were refined. It is essential to visit folk museums, especially those located in the great outdoors, such as skansens and village museums. Many small towns, where traditional ways of life are still being lived, serve as living museums. This is especially true in Maramureș, where towns and villages look like they've come straight out of the Middle Ages, complete with huge hay racks, horse carriages, and grand wooden churches. Well-marked paths go to the tops of the stony peaks of Transylvania and Moldavia, which are often covered with snow by mid-October.
In other sections of the country, you can take strolls in the woods, meadows, and villages without quite as much danger. As a vast and unique protected wetland, the Danube Delta provides a beautiful setting for a variety of water-based activities, including fishing, boating, and, most notably, birdwatching in the spring. The Black Sea shoreline becomes the scene of the action from the middle of June to the beginning of September. The all-night, open-air clubbing marathons draw swimmers, divers, sunbathers, and partygoers to the beach resorts. Romanian cities, on the other hand, are wonderful year-round destinations, merging old and new in distinct and exciting ways.
Examine Romania's most attractive cities to choose the one that best suits you. Timișoara. Timișoara, located in western Romania's Banat region, is a cosmopolitan metropolis with a distinct academic culture and wonderful architecture to admire. It is also a symbol of Romanian democracy and one of the country's most treasured cities. Prestigious cultural institutions coexist alongside stylish cafes and restaurants, and the city's dynamic nightlife and packed events calendar only add to its attraction. Cluj. Cluj-Napoca, or simply Cluj, is Romania's second largest city, an old metropolis with a young soul in the heart of Transylvania. With a rich history, numerous medieval castles, fortified churches, museums, and a highly aesthetic sense, it's no surprise that Cluj is Romania's poetry center, a very elegant and romantic one.
The city is located in the province of Ardeal, one of Romania's most gorgeous, traditional, and genuine corners, a location where residents honest and tranquil cherish their land above all else, where deep-rooted traditions are meticulously preserved, and where the food has a genuinely unique flavor.
Brașov.
Brașov is another wonderful medieval chapter of Transylvania, surrounded by mountains and rich with fairy tale-like architecture. This enormous elegant city has something for everyone, with the smallest street in Europe, Rope Street, a variety of towers, bastions, and cathedrals, first-class museums, an active nightlife, and the most stunning scenery in the country. However, Brașov's major draw remains its fortuitous location near Romania's finest alpine resorts, making it an excellent choice for mountain aficionados looking to mix art and culture with unlimited outdoor adventures.
Sibiu. The historic city of Sibiu, located in the lovely Transylvania area, is Romania's Gothic fairy tale. Sibiu became one of the country's most popular tourist sites after spending a year in the spotlight as the cultural capital of Europe in 2007. Expect a rich cultural past, storied squares, and a plethora of winding cobblestone alleyways dotted with lovely eateries crisscrossing its beautiful old town. Sibiu is an ideal year-round vacation thanks to its magnificent Christmas market, intriguing medieval events in the fall, the aroma of flowering trees shrouding the town in spring, and colorful cafes spilling out on the pavements in summer. Bucharest. We used to call Bucharest Little Paris, then the city of malls, but the diverse Romanian capital is far more than that. Consider the following: fantastic nightlife, magnificent architecture, verdant parks and gardens, modern galleries, prominent museums, sophisticated shops, and a stylishly refurbished old town dotted with chic cafes, all of which are anxiously awaiting exploration and discovery. While in Bucharest, enjoy a drink in the dynamic historical center or pay a visit to the open-air village museum on the beaches of Lake Harastrau for a fascinating look into Romania's rural architecture heritage. Oradea. Oradea is one of Romania's most beautiful cities, thanks to its lush parks, abundant riverbank views, and unique architectural mix. This lush, cosmopolitan city in Crișana, once part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, is a treasure trove of handsome historical architecture, from spectacular Baroque cathedrals to colorful eclectic palaces to some of Europe's most impressive Art Nouveau attractions. A walk down pedestrian Republici Street, lined with pavement cafes and pastel-painted facades, is a must for any first-time visitor, as is exploring the medieval star-shaped Oradea Citadel or dining at one of the many restaurants along the Criș-Repede River, which divides the city in half and provides ample recreation opportunities. Sighisoara. Sighisoara, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is one of Europe's most beautiful and well-preserved inhabited citadels. The city of Vlad the Impaler, the man who inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula, appears straight out of a mythical bygone realm, with impossibly tight lanes, strange candy-colored buildings, and a plethora of terrifying legends interlaced between its famed towers and ramparts. I would recommend Sighisoara to anyone visiting Romania, from adrenaline junkies to hopeless romantics. Iași. Every stone, museum, monastery, park, or memorial home in Iași speaks to the nation's literary past. The former capital of Moldavia, located in northeastern Romania, extends over 7 rolling hills, exactly like Rome, providing visitors with not only a good history lesson, but also beautiful landscapes at every turn. Aside from its historical significance, Iași is also the birthplace of some of Romania's most notable writers, as well as the location most frequently lauded in their works. Today, the old and current coexist admirably in its museums and on its streets, where slick lounges and ancient inns share the pavement. Constanta. Constanta, located on the Black Sea coast in southern Romania, is the country's largest port and coastal city.
Founded in the 7th century BC under the name Tomis by Greek colonists from Miletus, this is a unique blend of Roman, Greek, and Turkish influences, and the location of some of the most valuable archaeological monuments on Romanian land. Constanta is a suitable location from which to explore the attractions of the Black Sea coast, which range from quaint fishing villages and fine sand beaches to world-famous nightclubs and music festivals. During the summer, tourists flock to its hotels, beaches, and lively old town, which is filled with restaurants and cafes, but once the busy season ends, everything returns to normal.